BYU students don't listen to music while they walk. They leave their headphones off and listen closely to what other people are saying. An international student from New Zealand says his mother looked so excited when she saw her son's face on the computer. Some LES students also joined their families for family prayer this way. Back to you. Egg hunting is not the only way to enjoy Easter. The conference reminded people of the real purpose of celebrating Easter. BYU Hawaii has resumed its regular class schedule today. The tsunami eventually reached the islands of Japan where there are no reports of injuries. Back to you. International students use Skype to talk to their family and friends wherever in the world they may be. They can see their faces and hear voices, so they feel like they're home. Students celebrate the Black History Month and feel a culture by the most exciting way for them, music and dancing. BYU students ran in the Rexley Run to help raise money for the fight against cancer. Rexley's son participated in the race and says it's a great honor for his father.
I would have been just so pleased to know that there's a run that raises money to fight cancer that's in his name, because he loved running so much and he was so dedicated to fighting cancer.
Many who run regularly says this race is something special.
I started thinking about, my aunt back home, and all the people that had cancer, and I was like, they're going through a lot. I gotta make it through this 10K. I can do it.
Participants wear these T-shirts to show their love and support for their family and friends who are fighting cancer or who have died from cancer. Some participants wear the name of a cancer fighter they know to show their admiration and to remember their example. Scott Lemons wears his mother's name. He lost her when he was 14.
Every chance I get to kind of remember her is something I try to take advantage of.
Erikasato, BYU Daily News, Provo. More than 1,000 people lined up to share their sympathies last night at the viewing for a fallen Miller County deputy. 2 men are in jail accused of gunning down Deputy Josie Greathouse Fox on US 50 in Delta last week. Her death has been a great shock to those who were close to her.
It was hard when we found out. It was sad.
Fox's death has this whole little community grieving. People are bringing flowers and other things they remember she liked. Some say she had a positive attitude that lit up the whole community.
Her smile, which is ridiculous to say because there's a lot of other things I could say, but that's what I kind of remember about her, is even when she was pissed, she was smiling.
People at the viewing say she took her job seriously. They remember her as a hero who was always there for people. They miss her friendly service as a deputy.
Spirit around her. There was just an air of authority and people really liked her. They were drawn to her. She was just a friend to everybody that knew her.
After losing the friendly hero, the whole community is coming together to get through the hard time.
Right now this is kind of a sore spot for everybody, and she is definitely going to be missed very much in this community.
Josie Greathouse Fox may not be here physically any longer, but for those who gather to remember her life and her service, she'll be in their hearts forever. Erikasato, BYU Daily News, Delta. Students used to smuggle the chips and chocolate into the library, but since the Harold Billy Library opened a new snack zone last week, Library Communications Manager Roger Layton says students won't have to sneak food in.
Rather than have some students who obeyed the rules and didn't eat, we thought we'd do better to have a small area where students could bring snacks.
Layton says he wants to make the library experience more convenient and helpful for students who have spent a lot of hours in the library to study.
They can pack a little snack with them, have a place to enjoy their snack, and get right back to studying.
Now students don't have to pack all of their things and leave the library when they're hungry. They can stay here and study while they eat. Students who study a lot in the library like the new policy. They say the snack zone helps them study better.
I really like it actually because I do better when I study if I can munch on food. It keeps me awake and it keeps me active.
The students who had their first meal in the library say they would like more places around the library where they can eat like the snack zone.
It's great that they actually have a place now where we can eat and study and kind of hang out and talk.
Layton says he would love to hear any students' ideas so he can improve the library for them. Erikasato, BYU Daily News, Provo. Shannon Williams created the Facebook page called Overheard at BYU. The idea of starting the site was something set up by She Overheard on campus.
One of my teachers just said something really funny, and I thought of all the funny things that people say around campus at BYU, and I thought, you know, it'd probably be very fun to have a Facebook page where people could, you know, write silly things that they hear around school.
Shannon founded this website at the beginning of the year. Now more than 11,000 people enjoy the site.
I go on it multiple times a day usually and just laugh, and it provides a good break from classes and studying.
Shannon says this site is open to anyone who wants to share funny and unique things about BYU culture. But because it's a public site, sometimes it's not easy to make sure that it's as fun and appropriate at the same time.
People want me to monitor the page more. They want people not to write rude comments.
Shannon says she will keep improving the site so people can have fun reading the post and laugh at it. Erikasato, BYU Daily News, Provo.